Good evening. It is May 23rd here at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. You are currently looking at a view of the Falcon-9 as it awaits its 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time launch from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. Today's launch is a particularly exciting one as it's our first launch of a new production-designed satellite for our Starlink broadband network. Today we'll be launching 60 brand new Starlink satellites, and our primary goal is to push the operational capabilities of these satellites to the limit and learn as much as possible.
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Falcon-9 configured for flight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff. No USA.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Visual propulsion nominal. Pad operation securing, section 59 on LVNet.
Power and telemetry nominal.
You are watching the Falcon-9 as it ascends through the atmosphere carrying the SpaceX Starlink payload of satellites. Coming up in just a few seconds here, the vehicle is going to be passing through max Q. That is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle. Let's listen for that call out.
Vehicle is experiencing maximum aerodynamic pressure.
The vehicle has passed through max Q, which means that the atmosphere is only going to get thinner from here on out. Coming up shortly at T plus 2 minutes and 35 seconds is going to be, or excuse me, T plus 2 minutes and 32 seconds is going to be MECO. That stands for main engine cutoff. That's when those 9 Merlin engines you can see burning on your screen right now will shut off or cut off. Shortly, only a few seconds after that, will be stage separation at 2 minutes and 35 seconds, quickly followed by SES-1. That stands for second engine start 1. That's when that single Merlin vacuum engine will ignite after stage separation. All telemetry looks nominal from that first stage right now, and trajectories look good. You can see the exhaust gases of those 9 Merlin engines expanding as it gets further and further up into the atmosphere. Stand by for MECO in about 5 seconds.
Stage separation confirmed.
You can see it on your screen and you can hear it through the cheers of the crowd here at SpaceX headquarters that we just had a good MECO, we had a good stage separation, and we had a good second engine start. That second stage is now burning brightly on the right-hand side of your screen, accelerating the Starlink stack towards its deployment altitude. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the view, a view of the Earth, actually, a beautiful view of the curvature of the Earth and all the lights of the eastern seaboard of the United States. That camera on the left-hand side is attached to the top towards the inner stage of the first stage. And on your right, you can see the fairing deploy from that Starlink satellite stack. The crowd here at headquarters cheering. I'm sure everyone up in Redmond is happy too. So as I said earlier, the first stage is now about to start its entry burn at 6 minutes and 23 seconds. This entry burn is to slow that first stage down just a little bit before it hits the thicker regions of the atmosphere. You can see the camera on the first stage on the left-hand side of your screen right now. It's dark,
Stage
but
1,
in a few
ATS
minutes, those
safety.
Merlin engines at the bottom of that first stage will light up, and there they go.
Stage 1, entry burn has started.
That is the start of the entry burn.
And stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
And that's it. That is the end of the entry burn. The next step for that first stage is going to be the landing burn. You can see some aerodynamic flows past those grid fins right now on the first stage as it gets into the thicker and thicker regions of the atmosphere. Those grid fins help
Second
stabilize the
stage
first stage
continues
as
to
it heads
follow
back
a
down
nominal
towards the deck
trajectory.
of Course I Still Love You.
Stage 1 is transonic.
Also signal stage 1, Cape Canaveral as expected.
All telemetry is nominal on the second stage as it continues to accelerate. Next big thing happening here is going to be the landing burn at T plus 8 minutes and 9 seconds, just about 30 seconds from now. For those of you just joining us, we did have a successful liftoff at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time from Cape Canaveral. The first stage was able to successfully separate and is now heading back for its third landing attempt in its history.
Stage 1, landing burn has started.
The landing burn has started as scheduled. We don't currently have video from that first stage, but stand by. We may
Vehicles
be
at
able
terminal
to get
guidance.
something from the drone ship. Landing burn started at 8 minutes and 9 seconds, and the landing is scheduled
Landing legs are
for
deployed.
8 minutes and 30 seconds, just about now. You can
Stage
tell
2
here at SpaceX
FDS
headquarters
is
we
safe.
haven't yet gotten any video from the drone ship, but we're just waiting for confirmation.
And this is recovery. Falcon-9 has landed. Landing operators moving to procedure 11.100 on recovery 1 and ECF 9.
While we're waiting for that, we are expecting SECO to happen shortly. That is second engine cutoff at
Back shutdown.
It sounds like we may have confirmation that the first stage has landed. That is a shot from Of Course I Still Love You of the first stage of the Falcon-9 rocket for its third landing.
Nominal parking orbital insertion.
Always great to see those first stages come back. While that was happening, we did have our second engine cutoff 1. That's the end of the second stage's first
Positional signal
burn.
in the Finland.
And we did have confirmation of a good orbit for that second stage. Right now, we're about to enter a coast phase, so we are going to take a quick break, but we're going to leave you with an animation that shows where we are in the coast phase. Second stage is now currently at the target deployment altitude of 440 kilometers above the surface of the Earth. As you can see on your screen right here, this is a beautiful view of those the stack of those Starlink satellites as they prepare for deployment. Deployment is scheduled for T plus 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's stand by and watch. This brief loss of signal was expected. We should be able to get that video back very shortly. Stand by. Second.
Starlink constellation deploy confirmed.
And we have confirmation of deploy. You can hear the team in the background. This is an incredible moment for SpaceX. You can see those flat-packed Starlink satellites slowly gliding away from the top of the second stage. This is the highest number of satellites that SpaceX has ever deployed in a single time. There are no deployment mechanisms between those spacecraft, so they really are just slowly fanning out like a deck of cards into space. You can see those spacecraft starting to separate as they naturally glide away from each other. The sun is glinting pretty strongly off the panels and the bodies of those spacecraft, so it's tough to see them individually, but you can kind of see one breaking away from the pack right now. Those spacecraft will slowly disperse over time. With that successful deployment, we're going to be bringing the webcast to a close. For those of you who just caught the end here, we did a successful liftoff, successful first and second stage and activities, and then finally a beautiful deploy, as you can still see ongoing on your screen right now at 440 kilometers above the